Hello and welcome to the Touchline podcast where we chat about the weekly fixtures, transfer rumours, and pretty much just anything about football. I'm joined again by Hesham, Noah, and Vishwa. And Noah, thoughts about the Barca PSG game?
Yeah, well, Pochettino just absolutely out-tacticked and just a masterclass, really, over Ronald Koeman and Barcelona. They were the much better team. They controlled the game at the Nou Camp, which is quite impressive. And then Kylian Mbappe just stole the show with his hat-trick. A really good hat-trick, some good goals, and good team goals as well, I thought. But yeah, it felt good being a Spurs fan, seeing Pochettino do well at another club, because we like Pochettino around here. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just Mbappe just terrorised Barcelona's defence. It's just too good. It's,
And Moise Keane as well, he got a goal for them as well, and Draxler did a good assist for them for the fourth goal.
Yeah, Moise Keane has done quite well at PSG. He flopped at Everton a bit, but he's done well.
Barcelona's it's just getting worse and worse.
Yeah. And Koeman wasn't the right appointment at the time.
I don't know why. It's just because he was doing well with the Dutch, but like national team, being a national team manager is so different to a club manager for me. Yeah.
To be honest, for Barcelona, they haven't had a good manager since Luis Enrique. Like they've had these managers such as Valverde, Setien, and now Koeman. So the next manager they get needs to be a world-class, proven, established manager.
Yeah.
Well, the next game was Leipzig versus Liverpool, where Liverpool, I think against the odds, did really well. Really good performance. Albeit gifted with a few goals, I would say, but I thought Liverpool, they were quite good.
To be honest, I think RB Leipzig, Nagelsmann had set out a plan for them, but individual mistakes on Upamecano cost them the game for Leipzig, because Nagelsmann had a plan. He laid out his tactics, but then the mistakes that his defenders made had led them to panic, and ultimately Liverpool ended up winning.
For me, Leipzig, they weren't even that bad. It's just Liverpool were gifted 2 goals, and if you have players like Salah, just clinical players like them, you're just gonna see. They just kept. Liverpool were dominant and they created the better chances, but they only won because of 2 defensive errors. So I feel like if those 2 defensive errors, the game could have gone completely different way.
Yeah,
Liverpool do have 2 away goals though, so maybe for the second leg, will RB Leipzig go out and attack?
I can't see Leipzig coming back from this.
Neither can
I think this one's all over, this tie.
To be fair, we've seen 2 goals deficit being overturned before. It happened with United back 2 seasons ago, so you can't rule it out.
Yeah. Okay, so next game, Porto Juventus.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shock.
Yeah, I mean, Porto have been doing very well, but that is the Portuguese league.
Poor performance by Ronaldo as well. I found him whining for no reason.
Yeah.
And then he just didn't have a good performance at all.
It's just poor again from Juventus. It's just poor. They've been doing so
another
bad.
team that are just like Barcelona, really underperforming at the biggest stages.
European giant just fallen back from where they used to be.
Yeah.
Quite poor.
It is only a 1-goal deficit though, and Juventus only need a 1-0 victory to progress. And typically in the second leg, Ronaldo, he always turns up in the second leg. Like 2 seasons ago when Atletico Madrid beat Juventus 2-0, Ronaldo was poor in the first leg, and then in the second leg he got a hat-trick.
Yeah, I do think Juventus will turn it around. But just as a standalone game, it's really poor from another underperforming team.
Okay, now next game was Sevilla versus Borussia Dortmund. 2-3 to Borussia Dortmund was the result, with star striker Erling Haaland getting 2 of the goals and getting the assist for the first goal. What do you lot make of Dortmund's performance.
They haven't been doing that well in the Bundesliga, but that was a very good performance. As in, like, defensively, it was quite poor. But going forward, they just look like they were going to score every time.
Yeah,
Um,
also with
yeah.
Juventus, as with Sevilla and Juventus, they are only 1 goal down. And well, Sevilla, they need 2 away goals because
Yeah.
if Sevilla won 1-0, Dortmund would still go through on away goals.
Haaland just looks a finished article. And
Yeah,
he's
he's
got
only
everything.
20.
Yeah, physicality, pace, just finishing is next level. Both feet, he just looks so good.
Yeah, this is why I think the top teams, Chelsea,
Keeping in
Man,
mind that Dortmund has just come to quarterfinals after 4 years of battle, and Erling Haaland has come back with a victory. I think it's all him.
I think Dortmund have got this in the second leg.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they do.
So, speaking of Haaland and Mbappe, now
Yes.
we're going to compare who we think will be better on for the future and who we think has the higher potential. So, I personally think that Haaland has more potential and is doing better because.
Well, obviously, we've seen Ronaldo and Messi haven't shown any sense of impact on the Champions League matches. So here we have 2 contenders for the next decade, Haaland and Mbappe. What do you guys think?
They just look.
Well, I personally would go for Haaland. He has 62 goals in 58 games, whereas Mbappe only has 44 in 57.
Yeah, but
However,
he has
However,
netted 18 goals
for
in the past.
me, Haaland plays like more attacking, whereas Mbappe does. Mbappe plays a bit like he plays on the wing sometimes, and also just Mbappe like also just creates more. For me, Haaland's only purpose is just to attack and score, whereas Mbappe does more for me, and he has a higher ceiling.
We can even take the game, for example. His agility, his pace, his strength. At just
but I think
at just 19 years old.
Haaland is such a natural finisher. You know, at the age of 20, he's banging in he's already got nearly 20 Champions League goals. You know, he's nearly getting a goal a game in the Bundesliga.
I mean, across
Last season, he was absolutely terrific.
If we're talking about
At 19.
finishing, then maybe Haaland. But just as a player, Mbappe is better. Like he's just as a player, and I think he has a higher ceiling. I think he can reach. Like I think he's for me, he's the only generational talent. Like
you look at what Haaland's done at this age, and you look at what Mbappe did at the age that Haaland did. I think Haaland has done so much more already, and I think I could just see him going so much further. He's one of those players where I look at.
you
I
don't
think
remember
this guy's
Mbappe
really
in
exciting.
that World Cup?
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
Tore it apart.
Well, they're both clearly runner-up for the Ballon d'Or. And what do you guys think about that?
Yeah.
I don't know about
yeah.
Ballon d'Or this year, but
Yeah, for the years to come.
Haaland's stats are stupid. Yeah, you're right. He's got 8 goals in 5 Champions League matches this season. 16 matches, 15 goals. It's
10 and
mad.
7 goal games for Dortmund as well.
If we're linked with him as well, if we get him, it could be amazing. I don't think we'll get him, but it could be sick.
Now, while you could argue that Mbappe, he's more of an all-round player, Haaland has 7 assists and Mbappe has 19. But if you add the goals and assists from the start,
you can't judge players all the time on goals and assists. Yeah, well, if we're judging it, Mbappe scored a hat trick. It doesn't matter like how many goals. For me, it's just like as a player, when you watch them play, Mbappe's better. He's just constant threat. He's always just like he tore Dest apart in that Barcelona game.
Mbappe might light a game up. He may get people excited, but I think he's the one that's actually going to win the games. One that's going to get those important
goals. But for me,
Haaland
needs someone like plays behind Mbappe. Like in that Sevilla game, Sancho was creating chances for him. But if like say the rest of the Dortmund team isn't playing well, what's he gonna do?
And he's still scoring goals. I mean, look when he was at Salzburg last season. playing well in the Champions League, scoring lots of goals in the
Yeah,
Champions League
he had good
around
like that
players who weren't.
Szoboszlai guy. He's
Yeah,
sick. He had him behind it.
I don't think he's at the level of maybe Sancho or Royce or Brandt that he is at Dortmund. Yet he still scored lots of goals and still was amazing.
And speaking of
For me,
Dortmund,
yeah.
they're facing some financial difficulties right now with Sancho, Reina for sale. What do you guys think about that?
Well, it looks like Sancho's going to United.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sancho's contract is expiring in 2022, so maybe we could get Sancho in a cut deal price.
He won't be a cut deal. He won't be. That's like if like cut deal prices when it's like he's just about to become like a free agent. That's when they do that. This is like a year. I think they'll still get a decent amount of you. And he hasn't been great this season as well. I don't think it will be an amazing signing.
If we just go back to Haaland and Mbappe quickly, do you think they can get to the level or anywhere near the level that Messi and Ronaldo got to? Do you think they can be as good?
Well, obviously,
I don't think Haaland. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, Ronaldo and Messi at their prime, at their young age, they had 15 goals between them. And if we think about these youngsters, they've had 28 goals already between them at the age of 19 and 20, yeah, around that age.
But the stats they've got now, they've got the best stats ever, pretty much.
Yeah.
They've been arguably the best ever players. Will Haaland and Mbappe get to that? I don't think they will. I don't think we're ever going to see anyone close to them, really.
And also Messi, he was a one club player as well, and I don't really see that with Haaland or Mbappe. And whilst Ronaldo, he has moved, he was at Real Madrid for several
Quite a
number.
time, yeah.
So maybe Haaland and Mbappe will move to more clubs and won't create as big a legacy in them clubs.
I don't know.
I mean, Haaland has
matters.
said that if they don't qualify for the next Champions League season,
but
like
it's a common consensus that if he leaves, then if they don't qualify for Champions League and they're sixth right now, they are like 6 points off. But if they don't qualify, it looks like Haaland might leave. And for me, Mbappe is like the closest. Like for me, Haaland won't reach the levels that Ronaldo or Messi have. But I feel like Mbappe could reach the levels that either of them have.
I think Mbappe, he needs to go to a better league.
Yeah, he does.
But
if
he's going to be respected in that way.
But it worked for Messi, didn't it? He stayed in La Liga, not the best respected league, but he performed in the Champions League and stuff. So I think if Mbappe keeps performing like in that World Cup, it doesn't matter, irrespective of what league he plays in. That World Cup performance, like you can't dispute that. And like he's performed in the Champions League again against Barcelona. I don't think he does need to move leagues, and it would make a world of difference. But for me, the example you can use is Messi stayed in La Liga for the entirety of his career, and that's what it looks like he's going to do.
I would say I think the last few years La Liga has definitely sort of gone down.
Yeah, it's gone down so badly.
But
still, last season,
I think while Messi was there, and particularly in his prime, you would say La Liga was a very competitive league, one of the best leagues.
That's because Ronaldo
was the second best.
As soon as Ronaldo left, it was just there's no competition.
Yeah, Real Madrid, just if you think about
both teams when they've gone into Europe, like Real Madrid this season in Europe, they lost twice to Shakhtar Donetsk. Barcelona, Barcelona they just got 4-1 last season, 8-2. So that's why I think even though those two even though Barcelona are doing poor, Messi is still one of the greatest players.
And right now Messi is still performing really, really well.
Yeah, he's still performing.
He's been really good.
Barca, like without Messi, Barca would probably they'd be like third or fourth in La Liga, like an average. And also, you can't really compare the French league to the Spanish league because while the Spanish league has gone down in quality,
it does have some competition. This has no competition.
Yeah.
And also, the French league only really gained interest when teams such as PSG and Monaco got the financial takeover.
Yeah, so next we're talking about young players. Next I want to talk about is the best English youngsters. Who would you say is the best to the worst English youngsters in the league? And have a little debate.
I'd say the best would be. I'm torn between Foden and Grealish, but I think best.
Grealish.
I don't
Based,
think you can call Grealish a
Grealish a
youngster.
youngster?
Let
Yeah.
me.
How old
Have you just
Grealish?
called him a youngster? Let me just check how old he is. Well, the guy's 25. How can you call
No, he's not
Grealish
a
a
youngster.
youngster?
He's not a youngster.
It's obviously
Okay, cut that out.
it's obviously
Oh no.
You're cheeky.
obviously Foden.
Yeah, so Foden's obviously.
Yeah, I
But-
think. But is
Maybe.
he a young talent anymore?
But he's the best. He's a youngster, I guess.
He's a youngster, but
That's what
I
I'm
think
asking.
he's.
Best youngster, Foden is the best.
Well, yeah, we agree on that. What about?
I
if we
would
talk about
put
maybe
Mason Mount high up there as well.
For me, it's
I
Mason
think.
Mount. I think
Yeah.
if we're going potential wise, I think Greenwood, what he did last season was just
Yeah,
massive.
yeah.
Greenwood
Tearing
has
teams apart with both footed, fast, like he just
Yeah,
tore teams apart.
powerful
This
shot.
season, this season
Yeah,
he's
he's
lacked form, but if he hits the heights that he hit last season, I think it's just a little blip.
yeah,
I think if he
Yeah.
can find some consistency, he could be amazing.
Now, since January, Mason Greenwood has been picking up form, though. He's been creating chances, and while he probably needs to score a goal, he does. Just give him a couple of games, he probably will score. He has been creating and doing everything else other than scoring, but when he gets that goal, then he'll go on a long streak of goals.
Another player I would say is Saka.
yeah.
He's literally
I mean,
carried,
as hard as it is to say, Saka's been-
absolutely carried Arsenal this
Yeah,
season.
he's a good player. He's a good
Without
player.
Saka, where would they be? Where would they be?
Yeah.
He's
only
also quite
9
versatile as well.
Yeah, he can
First-
play. He can play like
Left or right.
he's
Left,
only
right.
19 as well. 19. He can.
England have really good prospects of getting a really good sort of golden era
Yeah.
very
But
soon
for
when these
me,
players come
they
through.
can't do
Well,
it
hopefully,
under Southgate. Southgate
Yeah,
is
Southgate.
incompetent. He's incompetent. I don't think
I
like,
don't think he's incompetent. I think that's a bit unfair, and I think
he's so bad. Like, he has all this talent, and just look, like we lost to Denmark. I know it was a qualifier, but then we had good
Yeah.
players there. Good, like, how did we lose to Denmark?
but
I don't get
sometimes
it.
big teams lose to small teams all the time.
His tactics are terrible. Like, everyone dresses up that the World Cup. But who did we play? We played Tunisia, straight past Tunisia in the group. Lost to Belgium in the group. Played their
Yeah.
second team. We conceded to Januzaj, and then we played Sweden. We just played dead teams, and then we faced one
Yeah.
decent Croatia, and then crashed out. I don't think that was much of an achievement. We didn't play
We
that many.
did draw though.
Who?
With Colombia. We drew with
Colombia.
them.
That was decent.
Yeah,
But there's a penalty.
But they did have James Rodriguez though. And at the time he was their best player.
probably
I
still.
feel like Hudson-Odoi could be a nice little addition
Yeah, he could be
to the
decent.
squad.
He hasn't played. He's been decent at under 21 level. So
Yeah.
I don't really know what Hudson-Odoi's best attribute is or best position really,
best position, right
because
wing,
he's got a lot of pace, but we've got a lot of
Right.
players who are like that.
pace. Yeah, well,
I
but
don't
he's
know.
still
Yeah.
developing. He's only 20.
He's
I
yeah.
think he will develop the fun player.
Develop his end product. But
He
afterwards, I
just needs a better end product. Like for me, he reminds me a bit like Sterling before Pep came in. Like no end product.
Yeah.
He just had a lot of energy. But if Tuchel can get the best out of him, get him from like he always has the pace and the creativity. If he can get some if he can get an end product, he could be like one of the best wingers. in the Premier League.
Speaking about Pep, what do you guys think about the PL managers? Would you rank? I would definitely rank Pep highly. I think he's one of the best managers.
I think Pep is top in my opinion. It's a toss-up between him and Klopp, but given what Pep
Hang on, are we talking about current form or their all-time achievement?
well,
Because then you got to throw Mourinho up there, haven't you?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't
But like, if we're
Current-
talking currently, then not a
currently.
chance.
I don't know if you could put Klopp as second.
Yeah,
If you're saying
like-
currently.
but like this is like a little like Mourinho at Tottenham hasn't been that good, but Klopp at Liverpool,
Yeah.
it's just a bit little. I think this is just a little blip of form. Like start of the season, they
Yeah,
started really
yeah.
well. This season, Tottenham did have a little run at the start, but they've just been poor. They've just been poor.
Yeah.
I think that is down to the players, but tactically, they've just at some points you should be attacking. You could be going. You have
I
the
would.
attacking talent, and you've just been defending. And I think that's Mourinho's fault.
Also, if we're going, you got to throw in Ancelotti as well, because of what he did for Chelsea, AC Milan, Real Madrid, and Bayern.
If you base it on current form, I think Brendan Rodgers is.
I don't
be
think
up there.
him on current form. Then you just look at the Premier League table, don't you? Just look at the best
Yeah.
managers.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think
We've got to look all
Ancelotti's
time.
doing a good little project. But there are remarks of James wanting out, and he's only been there for like how long? So I think if he
6
he
months.
leaves for his,
I mean,
Apparently
although
feels-
Ollie's been a bit,
no, Ollie's like
I,
if
I
no,
feel
man,
like he'll be.
no,
I feel like-
no, Ollie's gonna stop, bruv. If they had a decent manager, that United squad could be winning the league.
Yeah.
Like, they shouldn't be dropping points. Like recently, they just drew to West Brom.
No, you've
Yeah.
been saying we had something. We had LVG, who was at the time decent. He didn't win us anything.
No, but
Yeah,
your
but
squad
with-
now is better than what you had
With this
then.
current squad, if you gave Mourinho this current squad and he played attacking, like if you didn't like at Spurs, like he's playing defensive football, but like at points he played good attacking football. If he did that, then I feel like you guys could be winning the league under Mourinho. I don't think he should have been let go by you. I think it's too early to let him go.
I mean, to be fair, Mourinho did get us a Europa League and the Carabao Cup in his first season, and then got us second place the following
second place,
season.
yeah, exactly. He did well.
Mm.
And we didn't even have that good a squad as well.
And to bring in, what's he gonna start? Just going to wind it off with Ollie a contract, man. Yeah, that comeback win was good as an interim. Interims are so different. I don't get why they appointed him. They could have gone for a better manager for me. They were
He
better
did
manager.
get last season, to be fair.
So yeah, I saw an interesting tweet today. I just wanted to see what you lot think. So you get the England job today. You have a European Championship final with France tomorrow. All the players are like injuries that they don't count. What is your starting 11? Who would you pick? So let's do what we did for the team of the week. Let's go through every position. So goalkeeper,
Yeah.
I think we can all agree.
Nick Pope.
You put Nick Pope.
Nick
Wait,
Pope.
you put. Wait, who did you?
Nah.
I put
Wait,
Pickford.
sorry, who did you pick?
Nick-
Pickford.
Nick Pickford, man.
Why
Yeah,
Pickford?
I know he's not doing great right
He's
now.
got the most mistakes leading to goal.
We're
I've
gonna look
gone
at,
for
how can you judge a goalkeeper by
Oh,
stats?
oh,
No, but he's not
That's
even that good. He's not
That's
even that good.
stupid, man.
What's
Nick
Pickford got?
Pope.
What's Pickford got that Pope doesn't?
Like, I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about like in an England setting as well. Who's performed better? I think Pickford's been better.
Yeah,
Well, Pope
Pickford's
hasn't really been given a
been-
chance, but I think Pope is a better goalkeeper. I don't know if I don't think you can argue
But
with
yeah. Okay, fine. All right, we'll go.
that. Pope's he's a
Right.
better goalkeeper.
Okay,
Yeah.
right back. Who would you lot go with?
I picked Reece James. It was a toss-up between him and Trent, but I'd rather Reece
I
James.
went for
Well,
Reece James as well.
I picked
think
Trent
Reece James
Alexander
is-
Arnold.
I think Reece James is more well-rounded. I think if you think that if you I don't think
I
he
think
should
he's
be
quite
left out.
aggressive as well.
I think that Trent is one of the best right back. He's just gone for a little bit of form. For me, I would play him. I like, of course, I like Reece James. He's like, he's a
If you get
Chelsea
if you
right
get
back.
Harry Kane as well on the end of those crosses,
Yeah, I think
I think
he would be amazing. So
Nah, but Reece James has been in better form though than Trent. And while
but
I
we don't
think-
have to judge everything on form.
we
Well,
do
you kind of do.
Not necessarily. Like we also got to look at who's the better player.
this is for England though, and whenever
Yeah,
you
but who's the better player right now? I would go
Well,
for James.
form,
I don't know if you can say.
I think we'll just agree to
no.
some of us say Trent, some of us say James. Right, left back. Well, I think Philwell for me.
I've
I
got
went
Shaw.
I went Luke Shaw as well.
Just
Luke Shaw.
you just said better form and then pick
No,
Luke
but I think-
Shaw.
Shaw
He's
has
just
because
he's the
I-
definition of
Shaw's been-
inconsistent. He's the definition of
I-
inconsistent. He's so inconsistent. I mean,
Look, I've al-
Chilwell
I've-
is consistent. He just
I've always liked Luke
consistently
Shaw. I've
performs.
always liked Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
I don't think Shaw was particularly that amazing at Leicester.
He's
And
been
I think
good for England.
Luke Shaw's
So,
performed at a higher level for longer. I think he is. I
Apart
think he's a
from
better
this
player.
Apart from this
Attacking, I
season.
think he's better. Defensively, I think Luke Shaw's better. I think Luke Shaw's a better player.
Yeah, Shaw's better all round, and with Chilwell, he's had a few good games for Chelsea, but since then he's dropped off, and now
Yeah.
while he's not that good in the left wing back position. He has been on the bench for Marcus Alonso, and whilst I get that Chilwell's not suited to the left wing back position, could have Tuchel changed the formation then if Chilwell was such a good left back?
He can't play left wing back. That's why he's not. All right, fine. We'll put Luke Shaw in then.
Are we doing 2 centre backs? Have you all gone with 4 at the back?
Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
Well, I went with Gomez and Stones.
I went for Stones and Gomez as well. Yeah.
All right.
I went for Maguire instead of
Maguire.
Gomez.
Maguire. Sure.
Maguire.
Are you actually?
Cal,
Maguire-
you? Hang on.
I put Gomez and Maguire.
Maguire as well.
Maguire's.
Come on, why Maguire?
No,
What is
because
this?
to be fair, I
What is
feel
this?
that Maguire he gets too much stick because
What? You cannot say that, Ashton, man. You cannot say that.
for
He
me
does
it
not get too much.
Forget
He's just a
the price
rubbish.
tag. Forget the price tag. He's just not that good.
He's just a rubbish
I
player.
feel like he gets too much criticism, and I feel that some of it's unfair. And he's got the experience as well. And for me, it depends who he's partnered up with. I think that him and John Stones would be a solid partnership in the back. And also, he's of United. Whilst he won't be captain for England, he can still bring in leadership to the team.
I think the reason why Stones is playing well right now is because he's partnered up with someone like Ruben Diaz,
Yeah.
who is helping him through. He's not carrying him, but he's been like an anchor for him. I don't think Maguire's going to be that for someone like John Stones.
There have been a few games where John Stones has been partnered up with Laporte, like in the Tottenham game, and yet still he's still performing the same standards.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Cool.
Right.
Should we
Okay,
go
so
with
I think I see what you guys say. I'll go with Gomez and Stones then.
Alright.
Okay, cool. Let's go to so what formation did you lot play? I played a 4-2-3-1.
I
I
was
did-
4-2-3-1.
Esham,
1, 2, 3, 1.
Esham, what
Alright.
formation?
So for my two holding midfielders,
Okay, you just.
He went 4-2-3-1.
So what did you lot go for your 2 holding midfielders?
I went for Declan Rice and Mason Mount. It was a toss-up between Rice and Henderson, but I'd rather Declan Rice in my team, as I think that Henderson, I personally find him a bit overrated. And
I
with
feel
Mason,
like the chemistry will be top class.
I'll go for Henderson and Mount, because for me, Henderson has performed better for England, and Mount's been quite good at when he's played for England in a deeper position. So I'd go for it.
I've gone Henderson and Mount as well. I think Henderson is a better player than Rice. You know, Henderson's
Rice
a better
kind of goes
leader.
missing. Yeah, for me, Rice kind of goes missing against like high caliber opposition. Like 2 games this season, when they've played like a higher caliber of attackers, he just goes missing. He just doesn't perform to his usual signs versus like Sheffield United. He has the game of his life. But Henderson is consistent for me. Mount consistent. So I think in that midfield too, you'd find consistency. So I'd go with them too.
Yeah.
and with Mason Mount, he links the midfield nicely between the defence and the attack. A good box-to-box midfielder and a good number 8.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. So
So
we'll
who would you go
Cam?
for?
Cam?
Cam.
Well, I've gone with Grealish.
Yeah, Grealish. One of the best in his position right
Yeah,
now.
I've gone
Probably
for
say
Grealish as
just so good.
I don't think
As well.
Southgate's going to play him, unfortunately. But
Yeah, I don't know why
think
Southgate
he
never
is so
plays
good, he's
him,
one of
man. Yeah,
yeah.
Southgate, he doesn't get played enough by Southgate. Right, cool.
And I've
there's
gone
one-
for Foden and the wings.
Foden. Foden and who?
Foden and Sterling.
Foden and Sterling.
Foden and Sterling actually as well.
I
Yeah.
put Foden and Rashford.
Oh, I forgot about Rashford.
I'm a big fan of Rashford. I really am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Rashford.
Past
He's a
games,
good
he hasn't
player.
done it for me.
And maybe Rashford's a little inconsistent,
No,
but
like United.
I think in an England shirt as well, Rashford is pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is
we
like
have got to
gifted,
think. We have got to think in an England setting, and yeah, you're right. Rashford has been really good.
Rashford is just
Yeah, true. He has performed.
Yeah, he hasn't been the most consistent for United
Just I
this
don't
season.
want to.
Yeah, but I
Just I
get
don't
him.
want to see him selfish and
Yeah.
like when
He doesn't have the
just-
greatest decision making. You're right, but I feel like he should be there.
I feel like Danny Ings could be on the bench.
Yeah, on the
Mm.
bench. Well,
I don't
I
think
think
he's gonna
I
get.
think
I don't think he should even be called up. He's
no,
not as good
he's
as
not been that good this season.
Tammy's been better. Tammy's been better for me.
Yeah,
He links up the
Calvert-Lewin.
play
Or
better.
Tammy, yeah.
If we're having three strikers, it's got to be Calvert-Lewin, Tammy, and Kane. And obviously our striker.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much debate.
Yeah, I think this is the
captain,
easiest
Harry Kane.
pick of
Easy.
the
He's
bunch.
just
Yeah,
a
Harry
captain. Just one of the best strikers in the world. Like he's just
right now.
yeah. I don't think you can.
Doesn't deserve to be in Spurs, but proceed.
So I think
So I
that
think-
wraps. Well, yeah, that wraps everything up.
Yeah.
Tune in next time. Like and subscribe, and yeah, bye.